the biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Yo, what's up? What's going on, good people? Welcome to another episode of the 710 Slickville Show. I am your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. Jay Slick. We are up in this thing one more time. Hey, and we are joined once again by my co-host on this last in-studio show. Yeah. He forgot to turn his ringer down, his volume down, man, but it's all right.
Look out now.
What's up, Mailman? Mobey, how you living today?
Man, I'm here, man, trying to make a living.
And then we got old Z, new Z back in the place to be. What's going on?
What's going on?
That's what I'm talking about. And we got a new face. You probably seen on the flyers that we have Des Monroe in the place. We will be interviewing her. How you doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hey, man.
Awesome. Yeah.
We living this thug life out over here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here, and I want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like I said, we do have a jam-packed show today. All right, so number to call in if you have any questions, 478-579-6474. On tonight's show, we will have the Des Monroe interview. We're also going to be talking about, a little bit later on in the show, we're going to thank Mailman for all his hard work on the show. We also going to talk about celebrity crushes. We're going to have conscious news that Z is bringing to the scene. Ooh. And we also going to talk about would you rather and things I don't like. Look, I'm excited. I'm super excited about all of that stuff. But before we get to any of that stuff, we're going to get to know Des Monroe.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, look, Des Monroe, before anybody, if you've ever seen her before, like we did, we saw her perform live.
Yes, Lord.
And she did that thing. That's what I'm talking about. She did that thing.
Guys.
And so, where you from originally, Des?
I am originally from Colorado Springs. I moved out here in Atlanta, Georgia, well, north side, in 2013. First in Roswell, then moved to Swanee. But, yeah, it was actually a big, different switch up coming from Colorado Springs to here. More, everybody in Colorado, you come here, it's like it's new faces everywhere you go. So it was actually a good thing for me as far as spreading out and networking and pursuing music when I started, so.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Look, I didn't know. I wasn't 100% sure. And she said it was different, like the demographics in the place that she came from and the place that she moved to. Probably a little bit the same. Whether is it black people in Colorado Springs?
I mean, like. What I meant when I say different, I just wanted to say this. It's, of course, with me, when I was younger at the time, like living out there, so I didn't get to explore as much, still going to school and things like that. I'm the youngest of 6 older sisters, so I'm the 7th. I have no brothers.
Wow.
So at that time, growing up, it was a big household, it's kind of scrambled. So my main focus was going to school, come back home, going to church. Okay. And then we moved out here. That's when I started to explore and splurge and, yeah.
Man, 7 though.
Well, that's old school. You don't get them type of numbers now.
So, how old is the oldest?
Ooh, that's a lot to try to. I want to say 33, 34.
Okay, so y'all all still fairly close. Y'all can all hang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man,
absolutely.
So y'all.
I'm the only one right now without kids.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
So it's kind of hard. As far as wanting to go places because they got to look for a babysitter and dads can't do that.
You didn't get commissioned to be the babysitter, the default babysitter?
I used to until, I have my own life to live now.
Gotcha. Now, are they here or are they
They're all here.
Oh,
well, except for one. I forgot. She actually just moved back. It was kind of back and forth, but she's just transitioned back, so.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat room. Listen, if you haven't shared this feed already, you know how we do. Go ahead and share this feed. Don't be selfish, all right?
Yeah.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. So,
Let's
look,
go.
Can your sister sing too?
All of us can sing. Well, okay.
She
3 of us
nice.
can sing. 3 of us can sing, but the other 4 is not tone deaf. Let's say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if we sing together, we could do a beautiful harmony separately. There's one, her name is Sabrina, the one that lives in Colorado. She moved back to Colorado. My sister, Tiffany, she pursues her music as well, but her area is in gospel. I don't like to say we put limitations to it, but that's where she pushes it more. So, and then it's me. So.
You said Tiffany. So that has Nay. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Dang, with a lot of sisters, typically they don't get along. I was wondering if y'all all get along.
We do. Oh, I mean, we
You
have
had
our
to think
rough
about
times
it.
as females.
had to think about it.
All females have their times when they clash, but it's kind of different with us being sisters. It's one of those relationships where we could fight all day, but at the end of the day, you my sister, I love you. I got your back, you got mine, type thing. So.
Got you. Because you know what? I know some sisters that I really want to get along, but they don't. They don't.
Oh, I got a couple of those too, but we still working it out. You just got to keep your faith, your hopes up.
That's what I'm talking about. And so, most of the time when I hear about singers growing up in the church and whatnot, they get pushed so much to sing in the church that they get tired of it, or it's just not. They just be like, you know what, this is not my thing.
I mean, I guess it all depends. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you're pursuing it in church, it's your choice as far as whether or not you want to. I mean, I understand way back then, and when it was really like strong, traditional, type days, religious type people, you really didn't have a choice. But growing up with me, because my parents did experience that, one of those things, and they've learned so much coming up from that, to where they, let's just say, they went past that, they surpassed that type of mentality to where they want to support everything that we do. So with me singing, I did that because I wanted to. Okay. That was my personal outlet, and also because seeing my sisters do it, I followed after their footsteps, and it's growing up, we all grew up really close. So when you ask if we fight a lot, yeah, we do, but that nothing can really, we're just inseparable. Yeah. That's just how we are. It's just a strong family, but yeah. So I didn't feel obligated to sing in church. It was just an outlet for me, and also because they used to drop many nuggets, at a young age, things that I would hold on to and remember at a young age. Just let me know. One thing my mom always told me was that I'm a one-time phenomenon, and I can't rob the world of pursuing my gift, because that's who I am. That's a piece of me that nobody else can, express.
Absolutely. Okay, because you know what? Have y'all ever, were you all ever like pushed to form a group? Like y'all was like,
it's kind of funny.
The Burn Seven?
Yeah, it was. I forgot what the name was, but I was too young. I was the baby at the time, but my mom actually made a group with 4 of my sisters at the time, and they did a song that they wrote for my mom, and I used to sing it to her all the time as a kid. It was so funny though, but now I feel like I have to sing it.
Why not?
Why not?
Let's hear it.
I'll sing what I remember.
Okay.
Let's see. You've got to know that no matter where you go or who comes against your flaws and your dreams, remember to keep your head up high and keep reaching towards the sky. And no matter what you do, just believe.
Hey, listen.
I almost forgot the words.
You,
it was a long time ago, but yeah, that's one thing that I stuck. Like, as you can see, my mom wrote that. So everything that she would, have us to do, pursue growing up, she always made sure it had a purpose and a meaning for it. So, which it also explains a lot as to why I do so much of my music. I like to say I'm an R&B artist, but with a purpose, because everything that I write with my music has a meaning. It goes into depth, because for me, I'm 19 years old. At a young age, I've experienced more than what the average teen should have experienced. Like, even at 14 years old, before I moved here, it was a big change for me, because, going through so much, I isolated myself and because I was so used to, because Colorado was all I knew,
Right.
doing something different coming out of here, it was like trying to break out of a shell. And my mom was trying to push me to explore and push me to discover, you know, certain things that teenagers fight for their parents to let them do. I did the complete opposite. And because I did that, it's like I got to this thing where I would shut down, lock myself in a room, and just sing. That's all I knew. And so my family never really knew I was sing. I sung until I moved out here, 14 years old.
So when they first heard it, what was the reaction?
It was priceless. I mean, they knew that I sung, but just like how I say my sisters are not tone deaf, I would sing with them. You know, I would sing in church. I would sing in groups. I would never be like in the spotlight type situation. So when I first sung, I wrote a song, and I'm like, Mom, I want you to hear this. And they all just crowded around in a group, and they cried.
Oh.
Cried.
Bringing them
Because
to
the song that I wrote, and to this day is my mom's favorite song. It was a love song that I wrote to this day. And I'll never forget when I first sung them the song, we have this thing where whenever I start singing the song, they catch the melody, and we start harmonizing together. So it was just all a big family thing, and ever since then, that's our family song.
Was that love song to somebody?
Ding.
Ooh.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I mean,
No.
you passed the
you're
statute
not
of
gonna get me in
limitations
trouble.
already.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe.
It was.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we ain't gonna ask who. It's somebody.
I mean,
It's all
I said
good.
we was gonna go with the flow, so
Yeah, it's all good.
let's just go with the flow. I mean, absolutely. I wrote it. It was dedicated to somebody at the time. Still to this day, kind of is, but you know,
All right.
working things out. But at the end of the day, we came into agreement. We know what my main focus is.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still young, still, you know, pursuing, exploring myself, discovering myself. Don't need no distractions. He's just riding the waves with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hang in there, brother.
Hey. Yeah, don't mess that up. So, who were some of your musical influences coming up?
Ooh, my greatest musical influence was Brandy.
Really?
Growing up.
She wants to be down.
Brandy,
Brandy.
Etta James, and Charlie Wilson.
Okay.
That's
Charlie Wilson,
interesting.
that's that old
Weird.
Range.
I have so many different, I can name so many, but to bring it to a minimum, I can say those ones mainly because, like I said, the purpose of the music. Etta James, all of her songs have a story. All of her songs are poetic. It just gives me life. I love it. Charlie Wilson, his music is all about love, passion, affection, infatuation. It's inspirational. So as you can see, whenever I write songs, it's about love or it's about heartbreak, you know, transitioning and relationships and things like that. But yeah, Brandy, for sure, the strongest. Yes, I grew up, I used to type up her lyrics and sing it back to back until I got every single row, every word. Promise you, I studied her.
Did you want to be Moesha?
Ooh. It's funny because I used to watch it all the time. You know, I tried. Couldn't do it, you know, because she's Brandy, I'm Des.
I mean, it's true. I grew up watching Martin, and never did I.
Him too.
Never did I think that I would be sitting in front of some people with a microphone, being able to have these conversations, because it's not what I went to school for or anything like that. But I look back and I'm like, it takes all I have not to be like, what's up?
You want to get on there and start it, though.
I want to do that. It does. It takes all I have not to do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, it's always somebody that we like to, I want to say, pattern our career after. Is Brandy that person for you, or is it someone else that you see and you like, that career path is what I kind of what I want to aspire to do, even though I'm still do my on the dead side of the game.
To be honest with you, I've been asked that before, and I was never able to answer that question, only because it's one of those things where musically, absolutely, I would love to sit down and just, if she just take everything in from her as far as mentoring me with music, vocally, but pattern life-wise, I wouldn't say anybody like in the music industry. A person that I would pattern after, honestly, would be my mother.
Okay.
I wouldn't say anybody else. She's taught me everything from beginning to end, still going on. Everything I need to know. I wouldn't
You want the 7
name
kids?
anybody else. Absolutely not. But, you know, I want kids. Just ain't gonna say 7. No, I don't think so. I actually got one sister that's close. She got 5.
That's
Oh,
Second oldest.
that was
whole
mine.
starting lineup right there.
Big
I
car
got
wash.
16 nieces and nephews.
Got
Is
a
it-
car wash team.
Is it-
It's a whole step team.
So y'all, is it primarily like your nieces and nephews? Is it mostly girls or
It's even.
even?
It's
Okay.
an even amount, yeah. We got a couple boys, a couple girls. The boys definitely filled in for the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. At one point, we were all in one house. Everybody was in one house.
Yeah.
Well, that
Just imagine. And my dad loved it.
really. I mean, well,
No.
that's
Maybe
hands.
he dealt with it. My dad was spoiled. So honestly, yeah, he did. He did.
Has hands to do work. Like, shoot.
Absolutely. But my mom, she didn't have to do anything. My mom wants for nothing. Still to this day, wants for nothing.
That's dope. That's dope. So, Stupid Foolish. Tell us about that song.
Okay.
I just happened to see it one day, and I was like, "Stupid Foolish." That's an interesting name of a song.
Okay. Wow. I did not. Okay.
Did you write it?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I wasn't prepared for this, but that's fine. Okay. Anyway, so let's go. Stupid Foolish. I was in different management at the time. This is a completely different, a whole different management. The people that I did work with, though, we're still very close. We never ended it off on bad terms. It was just one of those things where you outgrow people, and if they just simply don't see your vision, you got to find somebody else that does.
Okay, and that's how that
Just end it off at that.
came about. It's all good. It's all good. So with the songs, do you write most of your music?
Now that since I've been with him, all my songs are written by me. Painless, Back to Normal. That's the thing. When I was working with them, none of my songs were written by me.
Oh, okay.
I was young, so one of those things where I was new to it. So I followed the lead. One of those things, if you know it, I'ma just trust in you type situation. So, but as I went, I learned on my own.
Gotcha.
And then I met my brother. He's my manager, but my brother Fluff. Ever since we met, we started off as friends first, and then that's when I became more interested because at the time, it was like when I first met him, I knew that he was managing an artist at the time, but we never had gotten to that deep conversation like musically as far as like what he actually did, what he invested in, like how just really if he really had a label. I never knew all the details of everything, but one day, I just talked to my mom and said, I don't think I could do this anymore with this management. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And it was one of those things where I honestly felt like I was losing my passion for it. And when I get to the point where I'm starting to despise something that I love, it's not good. And I knew where it was coming from. I knew what was draining that, like where it was draining me from. So I had to cut that quick because I didn't want that to happen. For that being my only outlet, and at the time situations, certain seasons people go through, that was my escape, to keep, hanging on in life. And then, so we had a simple conversation. It was kind of ironic, but I wasn't surprised. And I just talked to him out of nowhere. I said, what do you think about managing me? And he said, are you for real? I'm like, absolutely. He said, well, we need to sit down and have a meeting. Well, this day, we sat down, talked it out. That same night, though, when I asked him, I said, let me call you back first because I need to get some things right. Called them, ended off on good note. I said, I just don't think you guys, you know, are seeing my vision. If we're like-minded, you know, we shouldn't have to always, I shouldn't have to call you all the time. Yeah, so.
We good. We got you.
And I like to be open about certain things, which they understand because we've had this conversation before. I've had this open conversation with them, so I can be transparent with situations like that. But as far as that, we're close. Me and Marcus are very close, but since I've been with him, we've been flourishing. God has been manifesting himself greatly. So let's just say I'm exactly where I want to be as a person right now. I have plans, dreams, visions, but I'm focused on right now, and I'm happy with it.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Marcus. And Julian Bonner said, X Power in here, and Raven Mitchell said, yay, Des, you go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. They all in the chat room. In the chat room rolling. That's what I'm talking about. So you brought up Back to Normal. I listened to a little bit of that. Tell us about that song.
Ooh, okay. Back to Normal. I actually wrote this song when I was with my previous team. And I wrote this sitting in a car, and it was raining. It was actually a pretty cool setting. I was going through a breakup at that time, and it was just one of those things. I just decided to go out, go on a drive, and then I parked in the parking space, and I just listened. I pulled up a track off of YouTube. I just started writing, just flowing and going. And then at the end, I found a whole song. I called my manager. I said, I really want to get this recorded. That was actually the only song that I recorded with him.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But I didn't release it until,
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to listen to a little bit of that while they get that. They get this pulled up so that they can hear some of your recorded music.
That's actually one of my favorites because, you know, as far as expressing myself, that was my greatest way of getting, you know, the attention that I needed as far as people that could relate, because I never really knew how people would react to my music. That was one of my greatest fears as far as pushing it, because before then, I always loved music, but it wasn't until I moved here when I actually sung for my family. They pushed me to do it. They were like, well, you know, you never know how people really react until you just push it forward, do it, flourish, follow your dreams, and it landed me here.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Well, we're going to listen to a little bit of this Back to Normal by Des Monroe. We got Des Monroe on the 710 To Slickville show. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's go.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. Here we go again. Here we go again. I let you in too easy. Should've knew better. Wish I knew better. Be calling up your phone, you ain't trying to pick it up. Now I'm sitting here alone, trying to see where we went wrong. Where did we go wrong? Why ain't I surprised? Why didn't I read all the signs? Yes, Mama was right, 'cause I cried many a night. Boy, you lied to me. I confided in your love. Was it even I'm tripping, boy, you got me twisted, cause you're the one slipping. Now I'm all out of feelings, cause I can't take it no more. Going back to normal. No, 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 no. Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. I won't do it again. No, I won't do it again. No, 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 no. Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. I won't do it again. No, I won't do it again. Going back to normal.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Back to Normal by Desmond Rowe.
Thank you, guys.
Julian Bonner said, "You're so dope, Des."
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we like that. There was a whole bunch of hearts and everything going up in the chat
Really?
room. So,
Oh,
yeah, they like that one. So that's what I'm
touched my
talking about.
heart.
And so, yeah, I mean, we knew it. We saw it firsthand, you know, at the showcase. And like I said, I never forget when you sang the Tank cover, and Mailman reached over and he was like, "Jay, man, we gotta get on the show, man," because we was about to leave. We were really about to leave, and it was like, "All right, man, we gonna listen to one more." She was about to leave, and you started singing the Tank cover,
Oh, man.
and it's like, hold on, man, yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I saw her, man. Well, I saw her at first because I was listening to somebody else, and they were playing. I saw her, I looked over, I said, "Man, she cute." And then I kept looking at her, and then they put her on stage, and I looked. I said, "Oh, dang, she finna sing." and Tank, that song, you sung one of my favorite songs. I looked, I said, "Hey, she's saying that Tank song. You can't make me love you. I mean, I can't make you love me." I was like, "Yeah, you can."
You can.
Just do it.
Yeah, but that was it though. I was like, yeah,
that was it.
yeah, that was it. I said, "Well, damn,
Hey.
who is this?"
Y'all hyping my head up right now.
No.
I don't need this. Yes, you do. Thank you.
You know, because it's funny. It was like, you know, he sang that song on this show before, and I mean, I'm talking about, and I mean, he sang it, you know, on Instagram. He put it up there a few times, and when I heard it, I was like, "Hey, man, is that song you sang?" Like, yeah. It's like, man.
Yeah, she saw as soon as she came out. I said, "Well, look at him."
I that's another person actually. That's another person that I listen to a lot. Tank. Vocally, that man is a beast.
Yeah,
Ooh, and I really honestly think he's been slept on.
he sure has.
That man can make some good music. But I Can't Make You Love Me, that song in particular, I've been singing that for years. I love that song since Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you
Look,
can.
I had to like I might have been sleeping too, cause it's a few Tank songs that I listen to. I hadn't really heard that one until he had sang it a few times, and I was just like, "Hey man, what's that?" I sent him a message like, "What's that Tank song?" Cause I tagged Tank in one of his clips. Just, I mean, who knows? You know, he might be like, "Hey, you know, I like it." And then like I said, he saw you sing, and he was just like, "Yeah, man, we should probably do a duet or something." I sing that with her because it was funny. It was one other time where we was on the Johnny Blaze was on the show, and she started singing a little song from The Color Purple, which the Suge Avery, and he started the song, and then Johnny kind of took it way up there, and he just kind of. I was just like, man, you should get in there with her. He's like, no, man, don't be shy, man. That's just. But,
Come on.
I don't know. Maybe you can make that happen. I don't know. But are there any other covers that you like to sing?
Oh.
Some
You
of your
mean
favorites.
like right now?
Yeah, just one. No, just one of your favorites. Some of your favorites.
A favorite? To be honest with you, I be trying to hold out on it because a lot of people say I have such an old soul. But my favorite cover to sing is At Last.
I was gonna ask you that earlier when
Jay.
you said that.
Mhm.
That's a monstrous song right there.
I love
yeah.
singing that song.
Look, my wife done dropped off too many compliments for Tank in this chat. Talking about Tank is dope as hell and his voice is like silk. I bet it is. I bet it is. Like silk, huh?
So that's what you like, huh? That's what you like.
Yeah, just wait till we get to these celebrity crushes here in a little minute.
Oh, man.
Let's see what goes on there.
This is going to be interesting.
No.
Ooh.
But at last is
Yes.
one of your favorites.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, you got any projects in the works?
Well, first things first, we have our the 10th intro show coming up July 28th. Really pushing that right now. I'm pushing out my 90s mixtape. Actually, the single that I've been performing whenever, like in my shows, is Just Think. Another one is we're actually coming out with the 10th Power project. We're working on that, and it's amazing. Got some other things in the work coming up, but we're focused mainly on the mixtape, the 10th Power album, and the show coming up right now. But also, I really want to do big ups and shout out to my boy Encore, who produced Just Think. That man is amazing. Doc, another one of the artists that's on the team, and Rob Seven, he was just a new addition to the team, actually. We're actually just doing a lot of things right now, especially with the show, so
I saw
stay tuned.
I saw a video of Doc rapping. Ain't bad
Doc,
at all.
that's my boy. That man.
Hey, Randy, she is originally from Colorado Springs, but she is here in Atlanta right now. She said,
Yeah.
"He said you dope,"
ATL,
you.
shawty.
and Willie Hawk said, "Outstanding."
Oh,
Shout out to old Willie. appreciate you tuning in, brother. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, if y'all in town, you said July 28th. Where at?
it is at the Union It's the Union Avenue. It's Union EAV.
Union
Yeah.
EAV. If you're in the Atlanta area on July 28th, you
Flat
can go ahead
Shows.
on Flat Shows. Go ahead and check out. Parking suck down there, but you'll figure out how to. Where to go, man. It's dope, man. I enjoyed it when we went to go see her.
Just keep a lookout on my Instagram page. I'll be posting all the flyers. It's at It's Lady Monroe, ITS Lady Monroe, all together.
Yeah, I'll put that in this already.
Okay.
I want to do something with her, bro, for real. Okay, yeah, you gotta hit up. What's the Fluff? You gotta hit up Fluff _ XTH. That's it. XTH Power. I'm gonna put that in there. Go ahead and hit him up on Instagram if you're on there, and if you're trying to do something, trying to make something happen, man. He was really impressed. Randy can sing too. I went to college with him. Dude, dope, man.
Shout out to my team 10th Power, though.
He was a.
Yeah.
Randis was the first
I just gotta put that out there. That's my family.
bald head 7th grader that we had ever met.
He lost his hair before 7th grade?
You gotta be joking.
Nah,
He
nah,
had, he had LeBron James in 7th grade?
I mean, he was bald before it was.
Okay.
Before it was actually popular.
But you said in the 7th grade,
I
though.
was just
Yeah,
messing. I was just messing with him, man. That's my guy, man. I appreciate him tuning in, man.
Yeah, that's early.
I appreciate him tuning in for sure. All right, and so you said people can follow you at It's Lady Monroe on Instagram or social media. That's what I'm talking about. And look, like I said, man, I've been super impressed with all that she had going on, man. Like I said, when we saw her live, we was all like, yeah, this is what we talking about, and we had to get her on. And I don't know if she does this for money or not, but she does do makeup tutorials on Instagram as well.
Oh.
I go ahead and push everything, yo.
Shoot. Well, I mean,
Tell people,
too.
tell people,
Don't
tell
get that
people
side
about
hustle
that.
in.
Fluff over there like, man, this dude crazy.
Don't get
mobile
that side
makeup
hustle.
artists, on the come up.
Yeah, get that side hustle in.
Right.
Just don't go over so many thousand. You got to report it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
You got
about.
the
So,
multiple resources, of income. So
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna have to pay nobody to do it. You can get up there and do it yourself.
you right.
And I'm,
You right.
I'm all about trying to save that bread. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
XTX Power. There we go. That's how you get in contact with them right there. I believe if it's not, we'll figure it out.
Love _XTH power.
Yeah, that's what I put in there. We straight.
All right.
Yeah, we straight. All right, so look, I ain't know how long, because I know she's still fairly on the young side of the game, if she had a curfew or not.
Oh.
But hey man,
Oh, you missed it. Come on.
Okay.
Your bell
first
your bell
things
situation
first.
sucked.
That was left-handed.
Things first.
That was left-handed, man.
We ain't gonna say no curfew,
Oh,
but
okay.
I do
ain't
like
know.
to be home at a reasonable time.
Oh, I ain't know.
Just me being a woman, a young lady.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is 2-hour show. So I ain't know. Raven Mitchell said Dez is lady, many talents. So what we're gonna do is actually, I'm gonna have you on. We're gonna do this. He said shots fired. We're gonna have you in. We're gonna have you in for this things I don't like segment real quick before we get to some other stuff, and then we'll get you out of here on that.
Okay.
Okay. And so things I don't like. This is a segment. It's just random stuff that people deal with in the day-to-day situations, and a lot of times you really just don't understand why folks do it or why it is, but it's what it is. And so like I don't like when I go to a drive-thru. I order my food and I pay for it, and then I got to pull forward to wait on my food. Like that's clearly not fast food service. I can't stand that. I almost want to get my money back when they reach out and be like, "Hey, can we get you to pull forward, please?"
I got places to go. This is supposed to be fast food.
Hey, you ain't got no chicken ready? No fries?
Only time it's okay is if the fry come out right. Them fries come out right. Though. You be like, all right, all's forgiven.
Like, I can eat checker fries lukewarm, but McDonald's fries and some of them other fries, I just can't do. Yeah, they can be lukewarm. They can be sitting there for about,
No, you microwave no fries.
checker fries.
Mushy fries. Probably mushy.
Checker fries, it could be sitting up there for about 30 minutes. I'll be all right with checker fries. McDonald's fries, those got to be fresh.
Yeah, they got to be fresh.
Those got to be fresh.
Since you said warm, you know what? I don't like people that make Kool-Aid with warm water. You don't make Kool-Aid with warm water. You don't do that.
They trying to dissolve the sugar
They,
quickly.
yeah, but they messing it up. I had a friend. She made some Kool-Aid with warm water. I threw the whole thing away.
What?
You don't make Kool-Aid with warm water. You just don't do that.
Oh my God.
It dissolves
You
the
don't.
sugar though.
Yeah, and it's dissolve it and
Right.
do something else to it.
I think
don't
that's
know.
why they put it don't they refrigerate it overnight or something?
Yeah, but I don't know what she was thinking about that time.
People might think that I'm wrong for this, but I don't like when dirty babies try to touch me when their parents are around.
That's true. That is true.
Like, if your baby got snot and crust
true.
all over their mouth, blue stuff around their face,
Yeah.
and he comes try to touch me, I'm like, hey, you got to go to your mama.
Yeah, and they think it's cute.
Hey, you don't get your little dirty, baby.
You gotta sit there and try to act like it's cute.
I don't like.
Yeah, you just look at him, look at little Donovan. Well, you better don't touch my pants.
Donovan need
What's wrong with you,
a
Donovan?
washcloth. Donovan filthy.
Yeah, Donovan been eating lollipops and stuff.
Hey, eating them popsicles, them bomb pops.
Yeah.
He had all the blue stuff. It was this little kid in the hood back when we grew up. His name was Mookie, and I took a picture of him. He had blue stuff all around his mouth from that popsicle.
Look, man, you know what else I don't like? I don't like people that drive with two hands.
You don't like safe people.
I don't like to. When you drive with two hands, that tell me you don't know how to drive. When you got to control the steering wheel, the car control itself really. You just got to keep it and make sure it's straight. If you drive with two hands, I'm not riding with you. You scare me, and I'm not doing that.
Hey, chat room said that they don't like they don't like cashiers that don't count your change
I
back.
don't either. What?
They just give it to you in your
Count that
hand. Like, you think I trust you? Like, what is this?
You don't like that?
Like if it's like $3, all right, I can see $3 being counted out. But if it's like, if I pay with a 50 and it was on like, you got to count out $45 or something like that, like it's $37.89.
Right.
Like, yo, you got to count that.
Do you count it back in front of them?
I will. I'll fan it out and be like, all right. I'll hold up that whole line. All right.
Des, you can
Just
jump
to
in there.
say
If it's something
aight.
you don't like, you can jump in there. Jump in there.
Yeah, I'm listening to y'all right now.
Oh.
Y'all got me laughing right now.
You
Sharon?
know what I don't like?
What's that?
I don't like after you take a shower, you got to do number 2.
I mean, you
To be
dirty.
honest with
You
okay,
dirty
I got
again.
one thing. I don't like people that eat before they brush their teeth in the morning.
You don't like that?
Eat before they brush their teeth? You don't like that? Wait. Eat before they... Huh?
You don't. You gotta brush your teeth first.
No, that takes
But what
away
if
from
you
the
drinking
food
orange
flavor.
juice,
Before
though?
and after.
But what if you drinking orange juice?
I'm
Toothpaste.
sorry, you just gotta take that L until the taste run out your mouth. And so I can't do it because you swallowing all the bacteria that you was sleeping with in your mouth. Like,
Yeah,
how
but
can you
you-
just get up
It takes away
and
from your
eat
food.
something? That's like you still like, but still, it's you
I'm eating
food.
toothpaste
It
egg.
got flavor on top of bacteria.
I'm eating
Hey.
a Colgate egg.
Tropicana
I
is
can't do
disgusting
that.
with toothpaste on your mouth.
Any kind of.
I'm sorry, but it's like with me. I think that's just my personal, cause I drink water after. I don't really eat breakfast in the morning like that. I just don't have an appetite, so I would
Okay.
drink water in the mornings. But
No, I can't mess with
Yeah.
my egg taste. I ain't damn that. Mm-mm.
Jesse Brown in the chat room said people that drive with 2 feet are worse than people that drive with 2 hands.
Damn, 2 feet.
Yeah, he definitely talking about somebody in
your
particular.
feet be on the gas pedal and the brake.
And the brakes at the same time.
People do that for real? They really do that? How do you not get confused?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
I know a guy. I do know a guy. I know who you talking about. His nickname is Sweets, and he drive with he drive with 2 feet.
You got a stick?
Huh? No,
Oh.
You call
No,
them
no.
sweets though?
that's his nickname. He answers his cell phone. He answers his flip phone. He flip it up and be like, "Don't have no fear. Got Sweet Daddy here."
That's
Now
old-
I just cut it
old
as Sweets.
school
I'm not gonna put the daddy on top of that, but it's Sweets.
My roommate in college, her mom got her driver's license and continues to drive with both feet. She literally brakes with the left and gas with the right.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's
And
too much
they said
pressure.
it was totally legit because they rode around with her, but I wouldn't get in.
You can't get
No,
in.
you
wouldn't either.
imagine trying to drive on 285 with 2 feet.
I don't need nobody's ankle twitching.
Nah,
They
they-
start itching.
Yeah, they.
Right.
nah.
And they want to slam on brakes while they driving with their foot on the
Yeah, nah,
gas
that-
pedal.
That ain't it. That ain't it. Julian Brown in the chat room said he don't like when people only iron the front of their shirt.
That is true. That is true. What about the back? What about them arms?
What about them sleeves? As you said, you gotta hit them sleeves.
I guess they don't think people be looking at their back.
Or maybe you was sitting down long enough. Maybe like, well, I was just sitting down. That's my back.
Yeah,
Like,
you done
that's my-
rode in your car and then you got those lines. You
Yeah,
should
yeah.
only have like 4 lines.
Yeah, you
like,
can tell the difference.
you can tell when it's look
Right.
like it's been balled up though.
Yeah, you just got
Yeah.
that drag.
Depending on what shirt you wearing.
Yeah,
Hey, and
that's
straight
true.
up,
If
I
it's
get
a button up, you can't do it.
No.
I'd be so disappointed when I see. I don't like seeing grown men with A, wrinkled shirts and B, without a belt.
No,
Yeah,
the men that
yeah.
try to wear the skinny jeans and sag.
Oh,
What
no
about the
skinny
creases
jeans.
in the pants? Is that
With
still-
boxes under them.
People still do that?
Well, I knew this dude who used to crease his pants real hard back in 2004. So I don't know.
No, but right now, I mean, 2018, they're still creasing their pants.
I don't. I
If you 60, you might. You 60.
I
You
didn't know
like,
if that was still cute.
he like, boy, these pants stand up by
yeah, they stand
themselves.
up in the corner. Them pants got a mind of their own.
That's some real players, though. They'll stand up. You got to put a whole lot of starch on them. The pants be shining.
Shining.
Yeah, you got that. Oh, what's the name of it? I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
That starch you used to always use. You iron it, and when you iron it too much, it'll start
turn
crumbing
white.
up. Yeah, like it'll start crumbing up.
I can't think of the name of them right
Yeah.
now, man. But I know what you're talking about. They don't pay us to tell them their name.
Yeah, that's true.
But
You know what I don't like? I don't like when Subway give you one napkin.
selfish.
They act like it's gonna come out of their paycheck.
You gotta use. You
They
gotta
give you
use
one napkin.
One
And the
napkin for
napkin
the whole
makes
foot
you
long.
so this
Give you one
big.
Polynesian sauce.
Yeah. You can't get. Come on, man.
Oh, they real selfish with them
They be
condiments
shipping
nowadays.
one sauce in a bag with 4 fries.
Yeah, they big. Yeah.
They real selfish with the condiments nowadays. Oh, LaJoy said Niagara.
That's it. That's what it is.
Shout out to LaJoy. That's it, one of your people?
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
What it is.
That's what
Appreciate
I'm talking
that,
about.
LaJoy.
She also said she hate when people try to kiss her with morning breath.
Thank you. People, I don't understand why men think that's okay.
Oh, it's not just It's not just
You ain't
men.
lying. I ain't like that stuff.
How do you?
I
Listen
think
here.
it's great.
I think we grew up. Okay, my dad taught us strong on personal hygiene. Strong as far as lips. If my lips, he taught us so hard. To this day, I get mad when I got chapped lips.
Yeah.
I believe there'll be a certain point in time in which when you decide to get married, that he's gonna roll over.
No
Or you're gonna roll over and he's gonna be like, baby, you ain't even had breakfast yet. You know you ain't ate yet. Go brush your teeth.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't be offended if he told you?
He gonna have to. That's the first thing I do when I get out the bed.
But you're not gonna get out the bed to get back in the bed to get me. You gonna do all of that? We just
touche.
checking. We just checking.
Touche. You got a point.
Just a little peck.
But
Is that all right?
Just a little peck, but it's still
Yeah, you can not tongue, just a little.
it's still an exhale when it comes your way.
Oh, but so with
You're
the
still
peck,
breathing,
you
though.
still smell it with the
You're
peck.
still breathing. Morning breath comes out the nose too.
Exhale.
Well, yeah, that's all. I'm just thinking, just a little, morning. But
You still gonna get a whiff of
you
something.
gonna get a whiff?
Morning
Okay.
breath, they be like, hey. You gonna get just a small
That's
whip.
them H words.
Hey, baby.
It's the after smell. It'd be the after smell coming down.
You be like, ooh, baby, what were you eating in your dreams?
Like you get to a point where you can handle it, but it's like,
Okay.
okay,
Over through the night. What was she eating in her dreams?
all,
my God.
all onion rings. And you know what? I don't like people that don't that'll walk up behind you and don't say excuse me to get by. They just stand there.
What you mean? Like,
And so like if
They
I'm
just stand behind you until you
like
move.
if we having a conversation, and there's somebody walk up and instead of saying, oh, excuse me, they just stand there and until you recognize you be like,
automatically
oh,
assume the person
okay.
that sees them gonna say something like, "Oh, watch out for this person."
Oh,
No.
okay.
I ain't know you was standing right there. Why ain't you say excuse me?
Right.
They be like, man, what you scared? You thought I was gonna say, nah, cuz.
And just turn back around.
I
And
ain't
keep
gonna
talking.
do that. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean now.
you know what I don't
Some
like,
days.
Slick?
What's
I
that?
don't like when the woman try to put on your boxes.
Damn, man.
But we don't like it when
You don't like what?
y'all do us the same way.
What made you hell no. What made me put on your underwear?
Just joking.
Uh,
Cause that wasn't right. I had to.
No, but it seriously, I
Well,
mean,
why not though? Why can't we do that?
cause I don't like that stuff. You put your own underwear on.
Oh,
What about shirts?
Yeah, you can wear my shirt, but not my underwear. Cause see, when I think of woman, I don't want to see her in male boxers. I want to, if you're gonna put something on, let me see. I don't want you in my don't put on what I got on.
now it's certain shirts that I don't want my wife to wear. It is.
Really?
I have certain shirts that I don't want her to, cause I don't want breast prints in my shirt. I just want my. I have
I've
shirts
never
that
heard
I
of that.
What?
Breast print?
Yeah.
just
They
made
leave
that up
prints.
Breast prints? That exists?
Yeah, that exists. That exists. Just saying. Just saying, you don't have to worry about it because they ain't all your shirts. They in there already when you put them on. Look, also, listen, I don't like when people question the answer to their question. And so if you ask me, hey Slick, what's 895,000 times pi? And I tell you it was 684,285,000. You like, no, it ain't.
Yeah. I hate that. I do. I hate that.
You didn't know.
Right. Yeah.
So what did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know to question my answer?
Right.
Or if I'm like, hey man, is it raining outside? I'm like, nah.
Then you go out there and look.
You sure it ain't raining? I thought I heard some. I think I just came from outside.
Yeah. See, and see that goes to where with my job. I would ride up to somebody's house and they'll look over and I'll say, oh, I don't have no mail for you, and they'll still come out and check the box.
Yeah, because you could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong, all right.
You just decided to hold on to it that day?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, why are you checking the box? I just told you I don't have none for you. They check it anyway.
Maybe it was from yesterday.
Yeah, maybe it was. But
I'm guilty of that. I've done that many times.
You ask them if you had mail and you go still check it?
Mm-hmm.
So you that person that look in the refrigerator and there don't be nothing to eat,
And I
and
just
then
stand
she
there,
come,
and I close
it and come back
and I
over.
open
Like,
back up.
Ooh, that hope smells so good.
it's the same. It's the same nothing that was in there before.
This man said,
I've done that, absolutely. That sounds funny.
You done that? Oh man. Also, let me see. I don't like when people try to sell me stuff after I told them that's it. And this happened to me. So I was at the Chevron by the job, going there, got a Coke, and dude was like, "That all for you?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it." He's like, "Well, think you might be interested in getting some of these cookies right here that we're gonna use to support the troops?" And I'm like, "Dude, I just said that was it. Like I didn't. All I wanted." I came in here with $2, like this $1.89, unless you about to give it to me for free. I'm not getting ready to manufacture no more money for you. Well, I don't know what, but they always try to sell you one more thing. What up, James Worthy? What's cracking, brother? Yeah, man. Things those are a whole lot of things I don't like. And I don't like people that still, in this day and age, can't use the correct version of there.
Yeah.
Like that's horrible. Like if you use the wrong version of there in text on a social media post, I automatically feel like you dumb.
And where and where? That one, that's the worst.
Yeah, that too. I feel like you dumb.
Then and then.
Yeah.
Oh, people say then all the time. I'd be like,
Your and you are,
knock
but
you out.
with your and your.
Julian said he don't like people that say when they clearly heard you. I do that to my wife all the time.
You know what I don't like? When you walk in the store and you ain't even been there 2 seconds and they say, "Can I help you?" No, let me just look and see what I need to see first.
You don't like that?
No, because they be thinking I be stealing.
Oh.
Well,
I see that. Okay,
you got that look.
I got that thief look.
You got that look. Hey.
OG.
That's what they tell people to do. They tell people to ask if they can help you instead of be like, "You stealing?"
Okay.
They can't ask if you stealing, but
Hey man, can I help you?
But are you that same person that if they don't ask you if they can help you be like, "Man, this customer service in this thing sucks."
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with them asking me if
But you just walked in the store
I'm
though.
straight
You
with
ain't
that,
even been
though.
there 2 seconds.
I'm all right with that though.
That's like at the car dealership. As soon as you pull in, they
better be curious,
They
though.
helping you out the car. Like, hey, so what can we get you in today, brother? We're like, hold on, man. An oil change. That's it. What are you trying to do? I can't pay my car up for work. Like,
Slow down. Just want an oil change.
like, trying to get you in. Trying to get you in.
You know what I don't like when women take selfies with a dirty room.
Hey, dirty rooms, dirty
bathroom,
mirrors.
Toothpaste on the mirror.
Water stains.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Whole thing of laundry in the bed.
bed.
Yeah.
In the bed.
And then they be
His
like,
shoes in the back.
yeah, wait.
His shoes.
Yeah.
Whoever.
His shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
his clothes or whoever back there.
They be like single for what?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that, man. That ain't cool.
Hey, man.
Somebody be petty enough to answer that question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Single like hell. You be like, wait a minute. Like,
Those are size 12 back there. You
ain't single.
unless you got some big ass feet.
it was some big old feet, girl.
So you at Tim's
And then,
too?
they tell me. What you doing with a jersey back there? You got a Jordan jersey back there.
It's a whole,
And it's an
big-
XL.
a big one too.
You got a whole jersey back there. What you doing?
Say,
It's a whole nigga in your house. You ain't fooling me.
your uncle my ass.
Yeah.
Hey,
My daddy clothes.
Julian said he don't like when people try to pick off your plate without permission.
Ooh, wee.
You know that's geared towards
Ladies.
y'all.
Oh,
I mean, look, and the thing about it, I just posted something about that.
Food subject.
Look, you get something and your date order something, and you be like, they already know. It's like, hey, so they could have ordered what you ordered, but they didn't want to order what you ordered. So as soon as their food come out, they be like, you're like, you should have ordered your own fries.
I think that's just like a love thing. I think they just want to be a part of what you got. I don't even think they really want what you got.
I want exactly what that is right there on your plate. I didn't get it, but I want yours.
But you want yours.
But
Well,
you
sometimes
didn't.
it'd be hard to choose. You may have, like, they want one thing, but they want another thing, and you get the other thing that they wanted.
But
Oh, well, then you made a bad decision in the first place.
Men don't do that. Men don't look at your plate and be like, hey, let me get some of that.
Why y'all just so perfect?
We get it
We ain't
afterwards.
perfect, but that-
We get it afterwards. They be like, hey, so you want something? No, it's just if it's something left over, I get something then.
Right.
I
We
don't
get
know
something
nobody like
afterwards.
that.
Huh?
I don't know not one man like that. If y'all want it, y'all gonna take it. And
No, but we don't take it as soon as you. If we order, we gonna order what we gonna order, and you gonna order what you order. If you have something left, we'll take it. But if not, we're not just gonna be like, baby, let me taste this.
No, we
so
don't.
you
I
have
feel like
never
some
done that.
point in your life you've done
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
No,
like.
I've
No,
never
I don't be
done
robbing
that.
my wife like
I've
that.
never
No.
done that.
Ever.
No, she had to ask me like, hey, do
Right.
you want something? I be like, no.
Now, if she asked me to
would've
taste
ordered
it, yeah.
I would have ordered it. But if she
Okay.
asked me to taste it,
Yeah,
then
I
I just
taste it.
assume that it might be nasty.
She said, you want something? I taste it.
the
Did
setup
y'all
is
catch
real.
that? I mean,
The
like,
setup is real.
the setup.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is it gotta be a setup? Y'all always have these stereotypical type of like assumptions. It's like, really?
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
really? Why can't it just be
Uh,
something good that we want you to taste?
Well, see, I ain't say that. He said
I
that.
said
Okay,
that.
now-
That was him.
No.
That was him. Hey,
Okay,
I'm,
good
I'm
one.
driving this
Good
bus.
one.
I'm driving and I'm running over him on this one.
Like,
I'm running over
Note
him
to
on this
self.
it's one of the moments. You
I done
just made
seen
me
that
think
one.
of one of the moments off of Martin. When people be talking to your ear, they be like, "Boy, she trying to poison you and all that stuff."
Not
And
that.
then Martin was like, "That stuff was the Bob type stuff."
Hey,
She do watch Martin.
she know. Oh
Every
yeah, like I like the bomb.
No, man, but I mean, I ain't gonna take off your food off your plate. If you ask me to take it, you want me to taste it, I'll taste it. But for me just to reach over and just grab
I mean,
it.
but your ass, baby, can I have some of that?
No, because if I wanted, I would have ordered it myself. But if not,
But you can't tell me that you don't ever think what she got on her plate is good.
I have looked at my my girl when I was in relationship. I'll be like, yeah, that do look good. But I don't say to her, that look good. Let me have some. I just eat mine. If she has something left over, she say, babe, you want to taste it or something like that? I taste it. But
Yeah, on that
I'm
side of
not
the game,
gonna,
I
you
do
know.
that. But I make great decisions initially on food. Absolutely great decisions on food from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what you want.
she's a lot more picky, so she gets something to be like,
Let me try you.
what you got over there? I mean, this is what happened. See, I can say that because I'm a lot older than you, and I've done a lot of dating in my day, and it ain't all been great. So I got those stories. I've been in those type of situations in which I've been like, so you could have ordered that. Like, don't just try stuff on
Right.
like, get something you're gonna like.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand being adventurous, but adventurous can lead to failure from time to time.
It can.
Like,
So just come get this, please. And then
I'll be over here like, they gonna spit on your food.
Yeah, that's why I said no. Just let me eat it.
They gonna spit on your food.
Let me just.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. I couldn't. Hey, I give it to her now. I ain't gonna say no. But, man, I showed in my mind. I showed you like, hey, you should order this.
I know. And then, especially like if it's a sandwich, why they always take the biggest bites? They always take the biggest bites. They be
Because
like,
we don't want to have to take 2 bites. So either you want us to take 1 bite and make it worth our while, or 2 bites and still complain.
I didn't know your mouth did that.
Your
With your mouth.
You know what's funny?
You been with it for how long? You didn't know what
Look. Another one. Hey, look.
Another one.
Oh, man.
Also, chat room real quick before we let Dez get on up out of here. You don't like when people blow their nose in public. I do hate that, especially at work. I don't like if it's a quiet blow, it's one thing, but I got some people that sit around me that do the like.
Okay, question. Does it irritate y'all though when people be struggling trying not to cough?
When they struggle trying not to
You know
cough.
them?
Like,
They be turning red.
Can I just cough? Just let it out.
Just let it out, and then when you finally let it out, they just be dying.
Please let it out.
that's because it always sounds like they don't cover their mouth when it finally comes out. You're like, oh, I know they ain't cover their mouth. Like they done spit on 3 people already. I do not like
3
that.
people.
3 of them.
Y'all don't get it the worst though. I gotta go to your computer and touch your stuff after you done coughed on everything.
Right.
Oh, I would keep hand
Nasty.
saying Lysol. I would Lysol.
Mhm.
I got some. What you call it? Hand sanitizer that connects to my belt. So I'm
I'm gonna go to my utility belt. Well, look, hey, I do want to thank Desmond Rowe for coming on the show this evening.
Thank you for having me.
It was
guys. I
super
really
dope.
enjoyed this.
And like I said, I want to ask you one more time before you get out. Can you hit that tank for us real quick? Because people like that. Can you hit that tank?
Hit that tank.
Can you hit it with her?
No, I ain't gonna let her do that. I don't want
Come on. Go ahead. Open me up.
Please, because this is your last show.
Oh,
Yeah, why not? Yeah, this is yeah.
Turn down the lights. Turn down the bed.
Go ahead. I'm waiting for you.
Turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me. Tell me no lie. Just hold me close. Don't patronize. Don't patronize.
I gotta hear this. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark and these final hours, I will lay down my heart and feel the power if you won't. No, you won't, yeah. Oh, no.
All right.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I had to follow along with him. It's like, I never did that note before, but I was fine
Yeah,
with you.
I didn't know.
I love your voice, though.
Yeah,
I
thank
honestly
you,
didn't even know you sung until today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we in these streets. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, like I said, thank you for coming through. Make sure you all follow her on her Instagram at It's Lady Monroe. That's ITSLADYMONROE in these streets.
Yeah, okay.
Also, yeah, for any booking and type situations, it's on that page as well. But also go ahead and hit up Fluff _XTH Power. in these streets.
Shout out to 10th Power Doc, Davita, Mecca. I love y'all. Love was good. It was popping. Thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed this.
Hey, I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
did.
Again, and once again, July 28th
Yep.
at the Union Eve. Come on out, support. She'll do more of this. And even better, she gets in her groove, and hey, it ain't no stopping her, man. So, yeah,
She gets down.
go ahead and support that movement.
I almost got pregnant that night.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with the rest of the show. Don't go anywhere. We out. Real quick. Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. Here we go again. Here we go again. I let you in too easy. Shoulda knew better. Wish I knew better. Be calling up your phone, you ain't trying to pick it up. Now I'm sitting here alone, trying to see where we went wrong. Where did we go wrong? Why ain't I surprised? Why didn't I read all the signs? Yes, Mama was right, 'cause I cried many a night. Boy, you lied to me. I confided in your love. Was it even love? Is it something I don't got? Do you just want me to feel bad? You just want me to suffer, 'cause now you're telling me you love her. Got me thinking I'm tripping, boy, you got me twisted, 'cause you're the one slipping. Now I'm all out of feelings, 'cause I can't take it no more. Going back to normal. No, 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 no. Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. I won't do it again. No, I won't do it again. No, 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 no. Raindrops are rolling down the window pane. Tears are falling. I won't do it again. No, I won't do it again. Going back to normal.
Yo, we are back. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And like I said, go ahead and support that Des Monroe. Like I said, we are, I'm still on. Yeah, we are, we're back with you. And like I said, we got some more stuff planned for you for the rest of the show. I am super excited about what we getting ready to do right now. And like I said, before you do that, still make sure you go ahead and share this feed. Go ahead and follow Lady Des Monroe. It's Lady Monroe on Instagram. But I want to take this moment right now to thank somebody for all the work that they've done on the show, man. I want to take a moment and thank Mailman Mobey for all that he's done on the show. Like, it's been. I knew I would be able to do this. I knew I'd be able to do this, if I had to do it solo. But this whole thing has been made a whole lot easier. having him around, having him come through with the segments, even forcing me to, raise my game in order to be able to put on a good show. Because yes, I always say yes, my name is on it. I got to make sure that I represent, but he's put in work and everything as if his name was on it as well, and it has been. And I try to. I mean, it's hard to find people that's gonna treat your stuff like it's theirs. And like I said, throughout these 20 years, man, we've like I said, I just, it's only certain people that you would trust with your stuff, and he's one of them. And I appreciate it, man. And so I got something for you, brother.
Oh man, come on, man. What you doing, man?
I wasn't gonna put it in this bag, but go ahead and check that out. I went through a lot of work in order to make that happen for you. And
ooh wee.
Go ahead and show everybody what that is.
Can you get that close up there?
That is
My Love.
This is Maya's new
Smooth
goodness. Jones CD. Now,
oh my
go ahead and open that up.
I don't even know if I want to open it.
You do want to open it. And so,
wait. This is not possible, man. Maya signed this?
Maya signed that.
Wow. Man, how you do that, man?
Maya signed that.
Man, I appreciate that. Wow.
Hey, man. Go ahead.
Thank you for all that you've done for the 710 to Slickville show, Maya. Wow.
Yeah, man.
How you feel?
Man, that's big. That's big time. That's my first love, man.
Yeah, man. She
that's big time, man.
She signed that. She signed the disc.
Oh wow.
And so, like I said, we went through a lot in order to make that happen for you, my man. And we got one more surprise for you.
Wow.
She is not walking through that door.
Boy, don't you, boy.
she is not walking through that door. But we got something we want you to hear real quick.
Hey, Mailman Mobey, it's Maya. And Jay just wanted to thank you and let you know that he appreciates all that you do for the 710 to Slickville show. And I just wanted to tell you, we wish you farewell and congratulations on your time there. You are appreciated. Much love and respect.
Man, wow. Man, how you... Yeah. Man, that's crazy, man. God.
Hey, look, I'm sending that to you.
That's crazy, man.
But I will say, man, like I I do appreciate all that you've done, man. And it was a lot of. I went through a lot to get it. But shout out to Maya for sending that. And I said we all fans, and I know how much you're a fan, and all of, and how much you dig her and everything like that. So we, like I said, I was so happy when I got the CD. That was one thing. When I got the audio, man, I sat on that for probably about a week and a half. And I just had to share it with somebody. And so she heard it and she almost had the same reaction. And the fellas done heard it. Some of them. The fellas done heard it.
That's big time, man.
But yeah, man.
Wow.
But I ain't got no money. So that was the next best thing I could do in order to say, you know, thank you for all that you've done, my man.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Wow.
And so yeah, you can make that your ringtone or whatever. I send it to you, man. So
Man, man, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, that's you know, that's my. I've liked her ever since. Like I say, ever since I could even think about women. But yeah, no, but man, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, it's just fun for me. It wasn't anything that was it really was just something we always do anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, that's just what we always done. And when you did it, I was like, man, hey, you know, we always been down like for whatever any of us going or trying to do, we all behind it 100%. And when I saw you doing your dream, I was like, this is what he want. I'm behind him. If I have to call in every show, that was, you know, because I was in Florida at first, right. So that was my mission. I said I'm gonna call in and say something. And then that's when you slid me in on the mailman, the mailman segment,
the mailbag,
yeah. And then when I came down here, you welcomed me in here, and I like I said, I'm grateful just be here, man, and it's been fun. But like I said, I'll still be calling in. I'll still do whatever I can do to try to, you know, promote it or get it out there, because like I said, I want to see you accomplish your dream and become, you know, do exactly what you want, man. And like I said, everybody, you know, I just be in Florida. Like I said, y'all will hear me. I'll still be coming on. I mean, I'll still be calling in. I'll be sending in videos, and when I'm around town, I sneak in up on them. But, you know.
For sure, man. For sure. But I'm like I said, I'm glad you enjoy, man. Somebody said, get ready, stock, go. So,
to that clip.
Yeah, man. So, don't ruin that CD, man.
I'm not even taking it out, man.
But yeah, man, we just definitely glad that. See, there we go. Already. We're gonna play that one more time before before we leave, though. But let's go ahead and transition on over to the somebody. We did take a bet on if you was gonna cry or not.
No, I'm not a public emotional person. I mean, I'll I have the feeling, but it's not, you know.
It ain't gonna come out.
It ain't too many people gonna see me just cry, though.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
But you know, like I said, but you know me, I don't have to cry to let you know how much I appreciate it, because like I said, 20 years we've been in, you know, we've been through stuff.
Bad, yeah, so. for sure. But let's get on over to this conscious news. This is a new segment that we got Z in. She gonna represent, and let's see what we got in this conscious news session right now.
Okay. So this will be real quick. I want to talk very briefly about foods that sharpen your mind and foods that keep your brain healthy. I have 5 topics or 5 bullet points that I think are very important as far as sharpening and keeping your brain healthy. The first thing is eating healthy. So I have been a vegetarian for about a year. Well, yes, going on a year now. And I will admit I'm sharper, more alert. I'll give you guys a prime example. You know, you watch a movie 1,000,000 times, and I think I've seen Coming to America like, I don't know, 1,000 so many times. And every time I watched it over the past 6 or 7 months, I'm always seeing something different. Mm-hmm. So I kind of charge that to my mind just being more alert and, you know, a little more open to certain things. This is just me talking, but since I've been a vegetarian, I've seen some serious results behind that. The second one is getting sufficient minerals, such as vitamins A, B, C, and I don't know why vitamin D is so insufficient with us, but you can definitely get that from going out in the sun. If you want to take some vitamins, you can do that, but sun will really get that vitamin D that you're needing. Third bullet point is eating protein. I like beans, pinto beans, black-eyed peas. My meat eaters, fish is good, salmon's good. Kale, spinach, greenery, things of that are very good.
Is that where people can find those A, B, and C vitamins also?
What do you mean?
You said sufficient minerals?
Yeah, you know, you get your B12s, your one-a-days. One-a-day's good. You have your men's one-a-days and you have your women's one-a-days, so you can get your
Just the pill? That's the pill, right?
Just the vitamin, yeah. The supplement or whatever you want to call it. But that has a lot of the things that you need, sufficient minerals that keep you going and get those brain cells moving. Broccoli, broccoli's really good too. It has a lot of amino acids, and that's what's needed to keep that brain healthy and keep it flowing. Number 4, you got to limit sodas and sugary drinks. I know that's kind of hard. Dang. But water, of course, is always good. You don't like the taste of water, cut you up some cucumbers and get you some spearmint and some lemons and, you know.
So we can't drink peach Fanta.
Oh, no. That's got...
What about grape soda?
Yeah, go ahead. Do that.
Kool-Aid.
Do that.
I didn't even see that over there.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead and get you some Kool-Aid and put some hot water in it.
No, no.
Yeah, Gatorade.
Don't ever mix Kool-Aid with hot water.
And number 5, of course, is eating more vegetables. Like I said, spinach, kale, broccoli. The amino acid is what you need to get your brain moving and to keep it healthy. You got any questions?
Kale, that's like R. Kelly?
Kale is like R. Kelly. You got to have a taste for it.
So would you
You don't want that taste.
It's easier to get it from vitamins, or would you have a preference like to people that don't like vitamins?
They don't like taking vitamins like me. I get it from eating beans. I know I think people have a misconception on what beans can do to them. Any type of food's gonna make you gassy, but it's the right type of foods that gas is you're gonna be all right, I promise. But yeah, get your I
thought you were representing the gas.
Yeah, I did too.
Like gas, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. So we got a coworker that eat lentil soup all the time, and it's a type of bean. Now with lentils, for some reason, like I went without meat for a while, and my wife tried to cook with some lentils, and it was she didn't boil them first. She just cooked with them. If you don't boil them first, then you gonna have the most amazing amount of gas. I'm talking about like fart contest gas.
Like, are they having a beatbox contest?
Who back here starting up a motorboat? Like that. I mean, but that's what it is. Like, so that's
I
usually
never heard
what happens.
beans.
Like, yeah, you gotta boil I think they say boil the sugars out or something like that to keep you from being all gassy and whatnot. But I had to learn that the hard way. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. This is so much. You know when it gets to be too much gas, you try to hold it and then your stomach start hurting.
Yeah, it hurts.
I gotta go for another walk.
Is Dougie fresh in the back?
But yeah, so and also with eating more vegetables, it helps to prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. So that's important because I don't want to go through that.
Yeah, I mean
that's just not something that.
I have been trying to limit my soda though. I've stopped drinking soda when I go out to eat now.
Okay.
I mean I just stopped like, but
you got to be conscious of what you put inside your body. I mean that is your temple.
I drink Kool-Aid though. When I go home for dinner, I gotta have my Kool-Aid.
Okay.
I did. I read this thing and it kind of made me think. It said, your blood is made out of what you put in your body. So whether it's water, whether it's soda, whether it's any of this other stuff, any of these other bad foods, it's like and you feeding that to your blood per se, and so that's crazy to think about by itself. And I was just like, I just fed my blood a whole lot of Hennessy this week.
Yeah, you got a lot of people walking around with JD as a blood type.
Yeah,
For real, Jay Daniels.
For sure.
Yeah.
Somebody said some of it's also hereditary, more water. Miss Lyons said drink some wine, and Miss Karen said eat clean. Absolutely. And what is Beano? Is that like
I heard of
Beano.
I started thinking about vino. That's that kind of stuff that them winos be drinking.
No, I heard of Beano.
Hey, Stacy L, what's Beano?
Beano.
It's like in a little. I heard of Beano though.
That's to keep that gas down, I guess. They said no processed food. That's the real key, which is almost difficult in this day because it seems like everything is processed. Like whether it's cheese, whether it's milk and all this other stuff. I was like, well, almond milk is fine. I'm like, almonds make milk.
Yeah, but that's why you have your plant-based
LaJoy said it helped with gas.
Vegans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's vegans. They don't eat cheese and milk and eggs, so I guess they got a pretty well-based.
Yeah, that's Stacy said it breaks down gas before it starts. That's almost like that hangover drink that they had over in South Korea. They had it was a drink that you can drink before you start drinking.
Throw them back.
Did you do it?
Yeah, no hangover.
And it worked?
Yeah, no hangover, nothing. I was surprised.
I wonder what it got in it.
I have no idea. It's crazy though. It's crazy.
I mean, you could have been drinking dog piss.
No, it wasn't dog piss.
Yeah, how you know?
Pretty sure it wasn't
How
dog
you know
piss.
what it was made out of?
It was in your Kool-Aid.
Yowzers.
Well, that's all right. I hope it must be a Greyhound. That's some good stuff.
The lemongrass is also good. What else you got to see?
Oh, lemongrass is wonderful. I love lemongrass.
You rabbit grass.
Real quick,
Lemons make grass?
I got some.
What's up, London?
Let's see. I got about six different types of foods that we could incorporate into our diet that'll help us with sharpening our brains. Avocados is real good. It keeps the blood sugar level steady. You got beets. I'm not a fan of beets, but those who like beets, it boosts blood flow to the brain. I'm not a beets fan. Blueberries are delicious. Your blueberries, they have your vitamin C and your vitamin K, and they protect the brain from stress. So y'all get y'all some blueberries. Keep them at your desk.
Yeah, you need blueberries at your desk.
At your desk.
At her desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You want me to do what? Okay.
Because them folks be crazy at
They be
the
that
job.
crazy?
Yeah, they be crazy at the job.
Broccoli, my favorite, has vitamin K and keeps your memory sharp. So I know people like to take those it's some vitamins.
Geritol?
No, it starts with a B, but they supposed to help you keep your. I don't like stuff like that. I try to keep it real natural and keep it simple. So, you guys like broccoli, eat some broccoli, get your memory sharp. Coconut oil, it has a lot of different benefits, but this one, it helps with memory loss. So, you can cook with it. You can put it on your body. It's good. Awesome. Chocolate lovers. Dark chocolate improves blood flow to the heart and to the brain. So don't overindulge with the chocolate, but a piece of dark chocolate every now and then is good for you.
So
Yep, dark chocolate.
Mounds. Not Almond Joy.
No, get you a Hershey's dark chocolate or get it like dark chocolate that doesn't contain sugar. It's a very bitter taste, but it's good for you. It's real good for you. And I do have the herb of the day, which is turmeric.
The herb of the day.
The herb of the day.
Roadkill skunk.
The herb of the day.
Fresh from Colorado.
The main benefit from this herb for this segment is that it helps with the oxygen intake of the brain, and it also keeps you alert and able to process information. I take one every single day, not just for that. I have inflammation, so I use it for that. I use it for a lot of different reasons, but for this segment, it's good for that. So
Must be a She said she must be a herbalist. Yes, that is Rasta Lochnes Z. So yeah, she does. She knows a whole lot about herbs and stuff like that on the natural side of the game. So I'm talking about.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we appreciate that. Look,
Yeah,
keep your
that's
brain
good
sharp. You're gonna
stuff,
need
good
that.
stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
You are gonna need that because without your brain.
Roderick said he want Dez.
Hey man, hey Roger, you missed Dez already, but I posted up on YouTube in a minute. Silly. Hey, so look, real quick before we got a little bit of time left in the show. One segment that Pops be wanting me to that really be wanting me to do is Would You Rather, and so Would You Rather get kind of crazy from time to time, but it is what it is. It's just life. And so, would you rather be known for beating up an old person or beating up a midget?
Midget.
You rather be known for beating up a midget?
Yeah, you can't beat up an old person, man.
But how
can't
you
beat
look?
up a midget
How you look
either,
beating up a
though.
midget though?
You can beat up a midget, man, because midgets usually are feisty.
Especially
So
that
old
little
people,
midget
though.
that was off
Yeah,
of
but you can't beat up an old person.
No, the little midget that played on Me, Myself, and Irene. What's the little midget
Is
name?
that like Vern Troyer, the one that just passed? Like you can't beat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was
what
it
if you
one like
beat up
him?
Mini-Me?
But no, but
I
if it was
knock
a midget
him
like
out over
him,
an old
you would
person.
have to get these hands.
I can't take out an old person, man. I can't do that one, man.
I
just-
couldn't take him.
I slap shit out of a midget. I'll do it.
Miss Karen, this is not a neither in this scenario. It's would you rather? Is this or
that.
I'm sorry, I got one.
Yes.
This guy right here. What was his name? What's his name?
Is that Bushwick Bill?
So Bushwick Bill. We in the club.
Oh, I saw him in the club too before.
Yeah, I'm taking a picture with somebody, taking a picture of someone with my camera, like this. We're getting ready to go. It's during a award show. This dude comes by, takes got a whole handful of my ass.
Really?
Yeah, you got a fire on him there.
I pushed him across the club. Real talk. Yeah, and everybody was like, you know who that is? I don't care if it's the president. Like, what? Sorry, so it was the midget.
Look,
This
you know
year
what?
Halloween fell on the weekend.
It's the midget.
Hey, because the reason that made me think about that is because both have some of the similar qualities. Like you'll find some mean old people, and you be like, you know what? If you wasn't so old, I'd knock you out.
Yeah, but you can't hit an old person, man. You can, hey, you can get away with a midget. They be like, man, you want to knock that midget out, ain't you?
Like, have you
But
ever
you want to knock that old person out, man. You need to be in jail.
like have you ever seen Danny Glover in Death at a Funeral? How he was acting towards Tracy Morgan?
He
Like-
was, he was
Like,
horrible.
hey, I beat your what? Get out! Like I put him out.
But then the midget came in.
He just he little, so it's like too. I feel like it'd be too much of an advantage.
Well, he deserved to get beat up because he was sleeping with.
Yeah, the daddy.
The daddy.
Yeah, you thought the midget.
Oh, yeah.
So he deserved to get.
Yeah.
midget had pictures.
He definitely had to get a one on that one. He had pictures.
Yeah, he had pictures.
Then he said, "Never mind, I digress."
I don't even know how very many people watch that movie. Hey, would you rather get punched in the face 5 times by Mike Tyson with no defense, or bit by a pit bull?
Bit by a pit bull. I could survive that. Mike Tyson knocked me out. He might.
With gloves, I mean Mike Tyson got gloves on, so
But
it ain't just
depends.
a rock fist.
It depends on where I got to get bit at by a pit bull. I
I
guess
mean,
I'll
ain't
take the
gonna say
pit
he
bull
gonna
bite.
he gonna bite you in the junk or nothing like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the pit bull bite because Tyson, he hit you in the face 5 times.
He's gonna disconnect
It's
something
gonna be
from
some.
something.
It's gonna be a few with no defense. It's gonna be a few. You either gonna have a jaw pulled over, some teeth missing, or
I mean, how much
your
defense
nose.
is it gonna? I mean, how much defense is gonna make a difference if he punch you in the face?
That's true. But
Like,
I think I would take the dog bite. I think.
all right. So look, would you rather date somebody with roaches or bad breath?
Oh, roaches. I can handle the roaches.
Handle the roaches.
Yeah, but it ain't much you can do about bad breath if you don't. I mean, if it's bad breath, it's just bad breath. Roaches, I can spray a little bit or get a few things and help get rid of
You
some
can give a
roaches.
gum. You can dentist appointments.
Yeah, but it'd be like spraying cologne over must. It's
I'm
still
just
gonna
saying,
be there.
Would you rather pay for working or for a dental cleaning?
Oh no! Now if I
Like, that's
I'd rather pay for a dental cleaning, but still, man.
Z?
Can I pass?
No. We don't pass.
I gotta pass.
Can I pass?
I need
Girl.
I don't know. Like I'm affectionate, so your breath gotta always be on point. And I'm scared of bugs. So it's hard for me to say.
That's why it's would you rather, like you gotta make that decision.
I guess I would just have to deal with the breath because I'm scared of bugs.
Hey, chat room, breath or roaches for your mate? All right, would you rather date somebody that was cross-eyed or got a lisp?
A list.
Definitely the lisp. I like to look into your eyes. If you look like that, that's not gonna work.
I didn't know your eyes could do that.
You calling me or you calling him?
You walk around with your eyes cocked like a pistol.
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna work.
So
but I can think with that. I can deal with
Yeah, that list. I can take the list.
So you couldn't see yourself dating Debo. But I'm trying to think. It's somebody that it's a celebrity that has a lisp, and I'm trying to think about who it is, and it's just not coming to me.
Russell Simmons.
Yeah,
Shame.
he got a slight.
Shame on him.
He got the lisp about this world.
We got a coworker with a lisp. That's
Don't do
funny.
it. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna say no names, but she knows.
She.
That's pretty funny.
She.
Yeah. She knows.
Can you write a name down? Paper right there.
Nope, she sit by me. It's okay. 2 C's down. It's all right.
Oh, wow. Yes, she does.
I ain't the.
You ain't gotta say no name, but everybody, all your coworkers watching, they know who you talking about now.
Yeah, they know who it is, but I mean, she knows it ain't no secret. She likes it.
She like the fact she got a lisp.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Yeah, cause for some reason she. I mean, never mind. I mean, you done seen her, so yeah. They not there for the lisp. Oh, look. Oh, snap.
Oh,
Yeah, they not there for the list. You know, it's like one of those situations that,
oh snap.
if they see it and they're like, she got a little list, I can get past that.
That booty.
That big old booty.
Big old booty.
Is it like
Can I
that?
lay you on the booty? Mike Tyson on the booty? Copyright that booty? Hey, it's in there.
Oh, I can definitely. Yeah, I'm all right with the list there.
Yeah, I look, another lady at work was like, you seen that lady got on that snakeskin skirt?
Damn.
She got a big old. I was like, oh. So even the ladies at the job.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
impossible not to look at that thing.
see it,
It's just
yeah.
like,
She said that thing.
girl.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like,
Get them midgets out your pants.
hey man,
Ooh, it's some pork loins.
get on my nerves.
Thanksgiving came early.
Hey, would you rather date somebody who fought all the time or couldn't read?
Ooh, damn.
I need peace in my life. So.
You don't need no fight.
No. So
Yeah,
if you can't read, I read to you, baby.
Yeah, I
promise.
think I'm the same way. I go with
That ain't gonna cause no problems. Like,
Yeah.
No.
like, you gotta.
Only thing they gonna depend on you for a lot of stuff though.
That's okay though. I'm peaceful. Peace.
Here's the menu. They be like,
You gonna get irritated though.
what's this?
Is this Braille?
You almost wish it was Braille.
You gonna get irritated though. You get irritated off having to read everything to a certain person.
I'll get irritated with always having to deal with you fighting all the time. I can't take you nowhere.
You can't take them nowhere if they can't read.
We'll make a compromise before we get out the car. Look, you go get some burgers and some French fries. Don't ask for nothing else.
you gonna end up fighting.
And the orange soda.
You take them around. You take them around your family, and they be like, "Hey, Uncle Johnny can't see that well. Can you read him this newspaper?"
They're not gonna do that.
You
No, they wouldn't do
know?
that. He'll know the rules on how to get through. You know, he see it coming, he can bob and weave. He'll teach you something.
Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll be back.
My stomach hurt.
That's my point. Bob and weave.
What up, Black Pocahontas? Keisha Allen also said she'd rather be with somebody that couldn't read. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go with the can't read.
Standards done went all the way down.
Straight to the floor.
That fighting ain't worth a damn.
That is not the business.
Yeah, I ain't.
But never mind. You know, we asked last week, not last week, but the last show, if your new dude got beat up by your old dude, what would be the did he defend your honor, or could you even respect him the same way? And he was like, no.
Yeah, that'd be hard, man.
That's a struggle, yo. Keisha Allen also said she got an auntie and an uncle that can't read with the money hungry. I don't know the last part, but
damn, sorry to hear that.
Could you so it's a hang with scenario for you, like this would be a home girl. It's a dating scenario for you, and so would you rather date Wanda or Shanae?
Wait. Which one is Wanda?
Wanda was in Living Color, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
And which one would you rather hang out with?
I would hang out with Shanae. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause Shanae should be able to twist up my locks. We could fight. She'll have my back. She know how to cook.
She could hoop too.
And she could dress a little bit too. Like, she yeah, she look like And then Shanae, Wanda like her breath stank. I couldn't deal with that all the time. That's a no. And
I'm sure Wanda's breath stank.
And Wanda like she'll leave me when she go to the bathroom, and she look like she wouldn't stick around.
Wanda? Okay, go ahead.
I stick with Wanda. I think I'll take Wanda. Wanda was tough, and she had them hams.
But Shanae did too, though.
But Wanda had them ham.
Wanda was a lot more hoish than Shanae.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
She was going.
Shanae was a little more loyal to her. Yeah, you might be right. I might have switched that. I might have switched that. Shanae did have them hams too.
Shanae had them hams.
Yeah, you right. I had to switch Shanae.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she got hustle too, so you got to drive. Yeah,
she could do have babysit.
Yeah. So Shanae it is.
Shanae get it. Wanda would want to wear my clothes all the time.
Yeah,
couldn't deal with that.
Probably so.
You can go nowhere with Wanda.
No, because she calls the scene. She was pulling stuff out of her purse that shouldn't be in there, like fire extinguishers, blowtorch. All that stuff out of her purse. A whole sack of batteries.
Sack of batteries.
Why you got that? All right, so I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about, and I want to talk about celebrity crushes. And so we already kind of talked about Maya for you. As he pulled his CD back out.
I love it.
Chat room, who is your celebrity crush? We're gonna get that in there. But what I wanted to know was, you're in a relationship. How much of a crush could your mate have with a celebrity? And so, let's just say you dating somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have it rough until Maya decides to, get locked down. Right now, she's still on the market.
Don't say that word. Don't say that word with Maya.
Right now, she's still on the market, but
them words don't go together. Maya and lockdown. But they will have a tough time on that part. Cause I'm one of them. I probably would scream at a Maya concert, and I don't ever scream and holler for nothing. But there might be one time y'all might see me scream, and maybe throw my drawers on stage.
Mr. Start Down. Who's your celebrity crush, C?
Yes, it is Jesus. It is
Idris Elba fine. The Deaf.
Idris Elba, okay.
And it used to be Lorenz Tate. I liked him in the Inkwell. That was he was my crush on the Inkwell. I don't know. Idris Elba. Yeah.
All right. So Idris Elba. Yeah, chat room, go ahead and put your celebrity crushes on there. Hey, look. Ain't said nothing. So mine would be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I pointed at you, but I ain't think you gonna say nothing.
No. Mine would be like right now it's turned into Carrie Hilson.
Turned into.
Yeah. Like I was sleeping on her for a minute because
she is nice though. She's nice though.
Because there was a point in time where I was at my celebrity crush with Serena Williams until she made this horrible decision recently. So I had to let her go because she out here making bad decisions with her life. And so, she's still cool, but she done got bumped for Carrie Hilson.
Literally bumped.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. She lost it a little bit. She lost it, and she out here getting all married and pregnant and whatnot. You going somewhere with that nonsense? That's crazy. She's moving on with her life.
Wow.
You out here trying to do better things for yourself. Get out of here.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like you.
All right, so Black Pocahontas said her ex used to talk openly about his crush on Lisa Ray. I used to laugh because I knew his chances were slim for him to actually have a shot.
Yeah, Players Club Lisa Ray was, ooh.
What if, okay, so what if they actually had a chance to meet these people? So if the dude that you were talking to, your woman had a chance to meet
crush.
And I'm not talking about, like, it's one thing to be in a meet and greet situation after a concert. There's a whole bunch of people in there and they all, shaking hands and, it's a big mingling type situation. But we'll say in a situation like this, all right, do you think that your guy would be okay if Idris Elba was coming on the show and we were going to interview him and this is like, oh yeah, that's my celebrity crush, I'm going to be interviewing him, and dude was like, I want to come up there, and he ain't been to no other show?
Come on.
Of
You
course
wouldn't see
you
nothing
gotta
wrong
say
with
come
it?
on.
Would I see something wrong with it? Yeah.
But you say, you'd be like, yeah, just come
Yeah,
on.
come on. I mean, hey, man, I crush on them. That's about as far as that's gonna go. Like, I can sit there and.
You'd be looking into his eyes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If it was the other way around, and let's just say your dude had a crush on who we want to throw out there?
Maya. Oh.
No, somebody else. Come on, man.
Megan Good.
Yeah,
about
Megan
that.
Good.
Megan. Oh,
Forgot about her.
she like 1A.
Megan, all good.
She's like 1A. All right, so Megan Good, and you were interviewing Megan Good, and your guy was like, I want to come up there.
Come on.
You.
Well, your face, that come on was different from the first one.
You be all right with that?
Yeah, I'll be all right with that. Inside.
Even with what if he gave her not just one of these, not a church hug.
Not the side hug,
yeah,
but
he got all up in it just.
Come on, bring it on in. Yak it.
Yak it.
Stupid. He would know better, trust me. He would know better. He would know better.
But all right.
You know what?
He would know better.
You know.
Just like I would know better. I mean, come on now. These are crushes. You know better.
So you interviewing Idris, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't do anything. Nah, man.
But would you stop him from giving you like a? Come on in here, girl. Yak it.
We gotta.
It's a struggle for that one, huh?
Yeah,
We all gotta.
he know better, but you don't know
We
better.
all gotta play our roles. Got parts to play. Gotta do the right thing.
So the reason why I'm bringing that up because it's funny. We were I was having a conversation about I think Chris Brown was having a concert at one point, and it was on a Tuesday. They had I think they had a travel day in between that Sunday or Saturday. There wasn't no shows in between that Saturday and that Tuesday, and I reached out and was like, hey, if you're not doing anything between that time, or if you're gonna be in town, why don't you come on through? Told my wife, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna come up there for that one. For what?
We're talking about Chris Brown, though.
I don't give a.
But
You talking about, yo.
What's wrong? There's
I
nothing
don't know
wrong.
Chris Brown like that.
Okay, but
You wouldn't want her to come up here and see Chris Brown?
Look, she be crushing on Jesse Williams. If she try to come up here, Jesse Williams, Chris Brown, T.I.,
Who is Jesse Williams?
dude from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
she like light skins,
Yeah.
them light brights.
She likes some other ones too, but
Everybody
I just
that
can't think
name
of
was
them right
bright
now.
though.
I can't think of some other ones right now. She'll put something in there in a minute. And then it'll be like, girl.
You need to slow down with them names. You got too many
why
lists.
so many? You typing them out quick too. Boom, boom, boom.
She
Like,
double hand typing. She's so quick.
Idris Elba, Tyrese, Joe. Nah,
Yeah, you
know.
double typing. You got two
Tyrese,
hands on that one. You know you got a lot to say.
Joe.
What you talking about? Yeah.
Joe
like,
got a Q-tip head.
I tell you, Tyrese gonna cry on you. What more do you want from
I
me?
made Tyrese cry.
You would make him cry?
Yup.
Get on my nerves right now.
Why you had to think about it though?
Yeah.
I ain't thinking now. Just,
Hey,
you know.
so I was like, even one of my coworkers she was talking about, if you ever have Rick Ross, I'm coming. No, y'all need to come when I have
Right.
Vigilante and Drew Garrett on here. And
Rick Ross look like he smell like bacon. I wouldn't want to be around him.
he might.
That's nasty. Pork.
Speaking of Rick Ross, okay, so
Ew.
you
gross.
said that you would scream, right? Back in 2011, we went to this concert, and it was Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Rick Ross all in concert. And I think it was like Travis Barker, and concert was dope. Nicki Minaj looked directly at me. I was probably about 37 rows up, but she looked directly.
But she looked at you. I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling.
Hey, and I was just like, yeah, that's what's up. I sent a tweet like, hey, my tickets are right here. So look in that area.
You lied.
I'm not lying.
And she did.
She looked directly in that area. I was like, baby, you saw that right. You saw that. Like, she looked right here. Right here. And this before I was married, so I would have went ahead and made something happen with that pink hair.
That's a shame.
with that pink Marge Simpson. She was rocking that. But then Rick Ross came out and was like, "Oh, y'all ladies, get your hands in the air!" Oh, da-da-da, and started making some noise. And my wife screamed too hard. That was like, hold on.
That one for you?
So you just doing what other niggas saying? That's what you doing? He can just tell you to do anything, and you just go
you do it?
Ah, girl.
I can't ask you to wash the dishes, but you'll do that?
Push you down these steps. What you talking about? So because Nicki Minaj looked directly at me, you want to holler and scream with Rick Ross. That's what you like? Huh?
Yeah, she do. All that.
That was probably the reason why I got that. I'm about to shave this stuff anyway.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. I'm shaving that.
Snack juice.
Shut up.
Oh, my Lord.
I was gonna play that clip again. I ain't playing shit.
No, man, don't be like this, man.
I'm just
Come
playing.
on, man.
I'm just playing. But look, we got 5 minutes left, and like I said, I've enjoyed having you in studio, man. I would only hope that, and I do think that you're leaving that seat in good hands with Z.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was really trying to figure out what was going to be next for the co-host situation, and so I know it's going to be different. I know it's going to be different, but it's also going to be, like I said, we still growing in this situation, and so like I said, I know you still gonna support, but I did just for everybody, if you missed it the first time. Presented him with a CD that Maya signed and sent. Yeah. That said, let me see that. That said, thank you. It was thank you for all you did for the 17 To Slickville show. That's it right there. I hope that he don't ruin it tonight.
Oh Lord.
But that's it right there. And can we play that audio?
Hey, Mailman Mobey, it's Maya. And Jay just wanted to thank you and let you know that he appreciates all that you do for the 710 To Slickville show. And I just wanted to tell you, we wish you farewell and congratulations on your time there. You are appreciated. Much love and respect.
Yeah.
Why she sound like that, though?
I don't know, but the way she said Mailman Mobey at the beginning, I'm about to change my name from Brandon. I don't even want to be Brandon no more.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, if y'all ever hear that in the street, it's probably his ringtone.
It's
gonna be like, "Hey, Mailman Mobey." I got it, like, "Hey, man, ain't you gonna answer that?" No, man. Let this play.
Don't let that ring. Don't let that ring. Don't touch it, player.
But yeah, shout out to Maya for making that happen.
Yes,
man.
shout out to Maya. Oh my goodness.
We all about making memories and good experiences on that, and that was one thing that I know that if he remembered anything in any moment from this show, whether it was Johnny Blaze, whether it was a joke that we had, whether it was somebody else coming through and saying something that we'd be able to take, he was definitely gonna remember that. And so, like I said, I'm all about making memories and being able to give you stuff that you can tell folks about.
Yeah, man.
For a long time, like
I
you
don't have to tell them. I can show them.
You can show them. You can let them hear. Like, look, like I said, I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm like,
Maya, if you ever in Orlando, and look up Mailman Mobey on Facebook.
She just left Orlando.
That's all right. I'm going, Maggie. You come on back. We can go and visit the Princess House. What they call it, Disney World.
Now you know
the big
she's
house.
a vegetarian.
Yeah, I know.
Don't put that chicken up, bro. You gotta make sacrifices, brother.
Man, that's gonna be one hard sacrifice.
If she is something you have to have, then you
That's true.
You would do it.
That is true.
You would do it. But look, our next show, I want y'all to tune in. It'll be June 4th. We will be talking to the starting safety from the Atlanta Steam from the Legends Football League. Alfie, I can't think of her last name right now, but she will be on the show. Making it happen. We're going to talk about it. It was formerly the Lingerie Football League. Now it's the Legends Football League, so get it right. They be out here playing real football. This is going to be real football. We're going to talk about that. And so I'm excited.
Wouldn't mind getting tackled myself.
Man, they'll hurt you, brother.
That's all right.
That's real tackles.
I got insurance.
That ain't covered under your workers' comp. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. June 4th, we'll be back at it with another great show. Like I said, if you hadn't followed Des Monroe, go ahead and follow her at It's Lady Monroe. Z, tell everybody how they can follow you on social media.
Rasta _ Loch Ness _ Z.
There we go. And Mailman shut down his Instagram, but it's all good. Y'all can always send him.
You can still you put Mailman Mobey. You can still follow me on Facebook.
You can follow him on Facebook, or you can always send him direct emails at
MOBEYDICK_2000
Hey, man, we
Bam.
out, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Be safe out in these streets.
Thank
Take it
y'all.
easy.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct.